Let's take a look at what's going on with Dogecoin today, guys. Alright, so in my last couple of videos, we've been watching this falling wedge pattern, something like that. We had resistance, 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 support, support, support. I'm on the daily time frame of Dogecoin right now, and we broke this top trend going to the upside. We actually broke it going kind of sideways for a while, and then we got a nice little pump, came back down, got support, and we started heading back up. In these falling wedge patterns, what we do once we break this top trend line, we can target the previous resistances. 1, 2, 3. Those are my 3 targets that I was looking at. We came up, hit the first target pretty clearly. So the next target that we're looking at is up here, the second previous resistance, and it's at the 38% Fibonacci retracement level, sitting at 0.173. That's kind of the next target that I'm looking at. But we also have this uptrend right now, and it looks like we're testing it. Let me go back to the Fibonacci retracement levels real quick. In the way I get to these Fibonacci retracement levels, if you're new, we have a nice little run up. Once we start getting like resistance at the top, or once we start kind of like doing a double top and kind of start heading down, we get the Fibonacci tool. We drag from the bottom of the run to the top of the run. That gives me levels to watch as we go down and as we go up. So in my last couple videos, I was saying if we can break this Fibonacci retracement level right here, the 78% level sitting at 0.115, then I think we're going to go to the next one at least. Well, I was hoping right here, and then we had the 180 moving average as well. Those were all things that I wanted us to break. But yeah, so we came up. We passed this Fibonacci retracement level. We came up to the next one, and it looks like we are above this Fibonacci retracement level, but I'm kind of curious if we hit the target and then now we're going to come back down, or if we're going to continue to head up. Let's go. Okay, so we're on the daily time frame right now. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. I'm still looking at this Fibonacci retracement level sitting at 0.175 for a target as long as we are on this uptrend. But check it out. So we have support giving me this uptrend like this. We have been testing it since yesterday pretty much. We're kind of getting a little bit of resistance in this area, and like I was saying, when we have a big run up, we start looking for little signs like this where it kind of like not tops out, but it kind of like is hitting us resistance, and it might be coming back down. So I mean, these are the kind of signs that I'm looking for, is like double tops, and just like a top right here and a top right here. So we haven't really broken this trend line yet. So technically we are still on this uptrend. But let's say we break this going sideways right here. Like right now we are testing it, like we're really testing it. So if we start going sideways through this trend line and breaking it technically, then what I'll do is get the top. We'll look at the top, and then we'll look at the bottom right here. So we have this little bottom right here. We have this little top right here. Basically, we could be going sideways, and until we break up or down, then it's possible that we just continue to go sideways. I mean, okay, so once we do break up or we break down out of these two lines, then we can get a better idea. Are we going to continue to head up towards that target that I was just talking about? Or are we going to come back down and maybe find support at this Fibonacci retracement level like I was also talking about? Because I like watching the Fibonacci retracement levels because it gives you points to sell and points to buy back. And the other thing, like I was saying though, is we already are above this Fibonacci retracement level. So let's see if we could stay above it and continue to push to the upside. That's the main thing that I'm watching at on the 4-hour time frame right now, is this uptrend. And let's see if we start going sideways through it. If we do, that is a signal that we might be coming down to cool off. If we zoom out a little bit more, let's go ahead and zoom out and look at this bottom a little bit more. We have support right here, support, giving me this other trend line like this. If we do break this trend line going sideways, and then we break that bottom support right there, and then we start heading down, the next Fibonacci retracement level would be the next spot that I'd be looking at. So I would guess that if we break through this one, through that Fibonacci retracement level again, then I wouldn't doubt if we came back down and hit this one, and then also retested this support line, which could give us a bounce right there. Let's see what happens though. It's going to be interesting to see if it can continue to move up, or if we break the trend line right here, break the bottom support, then maybe we come back down here. If not, I still think that we might be coming back up to this level. Bitcoin has been doing pretty good as well, and we'll go ahead and take a look at that here in a second. I think a lot of crypto, let's go ahead and just take a look at my watch list right now, because a lot of it is kind of, I mean, there's all these reds. Uniswap looks like it's doing pretty good right now at 4%, and we could actually take a look at that real quick just for fun. So Uniswap, we have resistance giving me this big downtrend, resistance right here again, but it looks like we're popping it right now. I don't know if you guys are interested in Uniswap, but you might want to put that on your radars. I think I have some from like way back in the day, but I'm not like trading on this or anything, but it does look like maybe a decent opportunity. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see on that, but it's at 3.9% right now. Let's see if it continues to head up. Solana looks like it's doing pretty good too, or not good, but compared to the other coins. But let's go ahead and take a look at Dogecoin and Bitcoin, because that's what we're all here for. All right, so let's go to the daily time frame, and if this chart is going down, that's good for Bitcoin. If this chart's going up, it's good for Dogecoin. Right now, in the last couple videos that I was looking at this chart, we had resistance, support, giving me this kind of like a triangle pattern, something like that. I was saying that if we break this trend line right here, going to the upside, that's going to be good for Dogecoin. And we did that. I was dragging from the top to the bottom of that triangle pattern, drag this to the breakout, something like this, and that gives us a target right here. These numbers are like Dogecoin compared to Bitcoin, but like so I'm not really paying attention to the numbers, but I am paying attention to where we are where we are as far as the target goes, and is it just moving up or is it moving down? Right now we are in like this little parabolic move. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame and check it out. Okay, so we also have this top right here, and then we have this top right here. It kind of looks like a rising wedge actually, which is kind of like what we're looking at on Dogecoin, where we have where it's going down, it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and then it breaks out to the upside with a falling wedge, or no, it's a rising wedge. Let's go back to that other chart. With the rising wedge, it kind of looks like it's not perfect. Kind of looks like a triangle that's moving up, but it does look like it's falling down right now. So we have a triangle, or we have this movement going to the upside, but it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. These rising wedges are usually bearish. And right here, look, we have support. It's breaking that, going to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised if either Bitcoin goes sideways and Dogecoin goes down, or Bitcoin starts going up because of this chart. So yeah, that's actually kind of a bearish signal for Dogecoin. Like I said, as long as if this chart's going down, it's better for Bitcoin, and if this chart's going up, then it's better for Dogecoin. Right now it's going down, which is better for Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin real quick and see what's going on with that, because we are testing levels on this one as well. This one's actually looks like it's moving down too, but we've been looking at this little channel pattern. Actually, it could be a cup and handle pattern as well if you zoom out even more, because we have this cup and then we have this channel pattern moving to the downside. Once it breaks that channel pattern going up, then we can target from the bottom to the top of the cup, drag from the top to the bottom, something like this, drag this to the breakout, and we could be looking at potentially a target of around 122,840.57 approximately, somewhere around there, if we could break that top trend line though. Right now we have been testing it, and it does kind of look like we're getting rejected right here. It's not a guarantee. We have to break this trend line right here, going to the upside. We have to break out of this Fibonacci retracement box like I was talking about in the last video. We had a big run up, we started heading down, drew a Fibonacci retracement level box, or drew a Fibonacci retracement chart, came down, hit the 38%, hit the 38%, then got a bounce to the upside. It's been kind of holding support on this line as well, the 23% sitting at 59,970, somewhere around there. Got a bounce right there, came down, got a bounce up, came down, hit that level. We went a little bit below it, but came back up, came back below it, held support in this area for a while, then came down. Well, actually, we came down, hit the 38, but then we came back up and hung out around that 23% level, came back down, almost hit the 38, then got a bounce to the upside. We've been basically going sideways for a while now. So yeah, I'm just waiting for it to break to the upside. It's not guaranteed though, but it does look like a good pattern. Cup and handle. Let's see if we break that going to the upside. So yeah, okay, so let's take a look at like Bitcoin. Let's like really zoom in and see what's going on with it. I guess you could also argue that we have support right here, support. Let's go ahead and draw a uptrend, something like this. When we're looking at uptrends, or when it's moving up, we look at the bottoms, and then when it's moving down, we look at the tops. So let's see what happens though. So we are still on an uptrend though. I mean, even if it does come back down and retest this trend line, it's still possible for it to pop back up and then come back and retest that resistance line. Basically, if this chart starts heading up to these levels, to like if we can get it to go, if it goes to like 120 some, like I was talking about, what was it, 122, then it's very possible that all the rest of the coins are going to start performing as well. Maybe they won't perform as good as Bitcoin, maybe they'll perform better. I mean, let's go take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. Where is it at? Bitcoin dominance, BTC.D. So basically, this is going to tell us whether we're in a Bitcoin season or an altcoin season. And ever since down here, Bitcoin has been outperforming all the altcoins. But it does look like we're in one of those rising wedge patterns like I was talking about, kind of. We have resistance, 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 and then we're getting support, support, support. Basically, the price is rising. It's getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. When this goes to the downside, so that pattern is a bearish pattern. When we're going up, it's usually going to break to the downside. It's not guaranteed though, but that's why we watch the trend lines, because we wait for it to break up or we wait for it to break down. So back to the chart, or back to the pattern. If we break this going to the downside, that's going to be an altcoin season. If we break this going down, which means Dogecoin has a better chance of going up. All the coins have a better chance of going up, or they will be going up if we break to the downside. If this breaks going up, then it's better to have been in Bitcoin this whole time. And if we zoom out even more, let's go ahead and zoom out, because it's kind of like Dogecoin. We had this big downtrend. We had resistance, resistance. We had a little bit of resistance here, but we actually broke through it. So we have this big resistance right here, and we're finally breaking through it, and we are moving up. That's a good sign for Bitcoin, in my opinion, but we're going to have to wait and see. So in this bigger, like if we zoom out in the bigger time frame, we have this big downtrend and we broke it. So that's good in the longer term. But in the shorter term, we are kind of forming this rising wedge pattern. And rising wedge patterns are a bearish pattern. Once we break that going to the downside, it's not guaranteed though, it can break to the upside. So, okay, so basically BTC.D, keep your eyes on that. If this starts going down, then it could be better for the altcoins. If this breaks going up, then it's going to be better for Bitcoin. Two things could happen. If it breaks up, it means Dogecoin can be going sideways and all the altcoins could be going down. Or if this breaks going down, then the altcoins can just start pumping and Bitcoin can be going sideways too. It really just depends. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, let's go back to Dogecoin and just check this out real quick. So yeah, I am still kind of curious. Okay, so that Bitcoin to Dogecoin chart, Dogecoin to Bitcoin chart, should I say, that looked a little bearish. So I don't know. Let's draw these lines right here. We have our top and our bottom, like I was talking about earlier in the video. If we break this going to the downside, and we break this Fibonacci retracement level sitting at, if we break .139, let's say, going to the downside, I think that we might be coming back down to around .114, which is this previous Fibonacci retracement level. From 139 to the next one is around 17%. So that's pretty good. But I tried doing that back here and it didn't quite work out. Let's see, where was it? I thought this was the bottom right here, and I thought we were moving down, and I thought we were going to continue to, or we came up. Let's see, where was it? Sorry. I think it was somewhere. Yeah, no, it was over here, somewhere in this area. I could actually tell you exactly where it's at. It was at .105 is where I sold my Dogecoin on Robinhood. I still have positions on Coinbase, but on Robinhood I was just playing around, and I was like, okay, looks like we're heading down. We were, let's see, let's go back to this one. Sorry. Okay, so we came up, we started heading down, we broke the Fibonacci retracement level. When we broke that Fibonacci retracement level, I was thinking that we'd come back down to this support right here, and it didn't work out like that. So let's see what happened. Okay, yeah, so we came up. When we started heading down, I thought we were going to come back down here, and we kind of just bounced right on the level that I sold it at. I think I sold it maybe in this, no, it was this area over here. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not right all the time, so let's find out. But okay, the main things that we're watching though is we have the trend line. Looks like it's testing it, if not breaking it. We're going to have to watch this support line right here. If that breaks it going to the downside, I think it might come back down here. The other thing is Dogecoin to Bitcoin. Looks like we had some support. It looks like we're breaking it now and coming back down. I guess the other thing you could argue is we could do the same thing where we have a top right here. Let's go ahead and delete this one. We have a top right there, and then we have a bottom right here, kind of. We could be just bouncing sideways in this, but like I was saying, just breaking this going to the downside seems a little bit bearish for Dogecoin. That's kind of what I'm thinking in today's video. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments. If you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new to trading, check out this playlist right here. If you want to watch the last video, check it out right here. And if you guys like the video, hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.